Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are looking at the Marvel Legends Rhino figure. They've had a few different ones. This one is by far the best. Mine's not in the best of shape though. You can see some smudges on his chest and his horns all chewed up. That's because the person I bought it from screwed me over big time, but I haven't gotten another one since I got this one, so unfortunately I'm stuck with it for now. It's not a huge deal, but it's always a little disappointing when someone does that. It's supposed to be mint and it wasn't. But anyway, this is by far the best Marvel Legends Rhino. I know what you're thinking. Most of you probably right now are saying, why not just get the Marvel Select Rhino? It's better than all of them. Well, yes and no. This one has far more articulation than Marvel Select Rhino, and this one is truly a Marvel Legends figure, so if that's what you collect, then this is the one you're going to want to get. Now, if you do not care which one you get in terms of articulation or in terms of branding, the Marvel Select Rhino, which is one of the few Select figures I have, though incredibly limited in articulation, certainly has this one by size and weight and just about everything other than articulation. He looks great. So the Select one, solid plastic, really heavy figure. Again, minimal articulation, but the sculpt and paintwork is there, and definitely the size. So if you're going for size, get this guy. He's about 9.5 inches tall. If you want a Marvel Legends one, get this one, and that's what we're going to talk about today. He's only about 7.75 inches tall and a lot lighter. So let's look at this guy. The head sculpt, it is pretty good. I definitely don't have a problem with it. It looks as I would want it to. The paints are all pretty clean. Aside from being chewed up, you know, it's a pretty good looking figure. The sculpts are all original, so that's nice. Articulation for the head, not the best. As you can see, it's starting to split the torso a little bit, but it's sculpted so that he can look up and be put into like a rhino, like he's rushing, so that's cool. Doesn't look down too much, but the swivel's there, only it's mostly side to side, so it could be better, but it's not bad. Ball hinge shoulders, really good range of motion, no problem at all. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow, but we get almost 90 degrees, just shy of 90. Let's see, this side's a little better, but not a problem. He's supposed to be a bulky figure, or a bulky character, so he's not going to be the most acrobatic, but he does have the elbow hinge. He's got a wrist swivel. Each individual finger is articulated, but it's not that useful since you can't really do anything other than open his hand like that and close him. So you could put him in some minor gripping poses, but you're not going to be able to fit too much in there. The fingernails are painted on all the fingers, so that's pretty nice. And there is a nice dry brush throughout the entire figure also, I forgot to mention. Dry brush, and it looks like a little bit of airbrush style shading as well, so that's pretty cool. He does have this diaphragm joint, which leans back a little bit, leans forward a little bit, side to side a little bit, and it has a swivel. So it doesn't accomplish too much, but it was a way for them to kind of hide the joint a little bit, or at least that's what they're trying to do without using an ab crunch. And he can lean over relatively well. It's not too big of a deal. He does have a waist swivel, T-jointed hips. Well, they're not quite T-jointed. They're almost T-jointed. They're a little angled, but not too much. Pretty good range of motion for a big guy. Double jointed knees. Really good range of motion there. Ankle pivot. Doesn't go too far forward at all, and it's really stiff. But it does go back pretty far. It does have an ankle rocker. That one's stuck. Is this one stuck too? Yeah, it's not. It's a little stiff, but it does have an ankle rocker and a toe pivot. So and the toes are painted as well. So it's not a great figure by any means, but it is by far, like I said earlier, the best Rhino figure. All the other ones are pretty lousy compared, or at least Marvel Legends ones. Like the Marvel Select is a fine figure, but if you want Legends, this is the way to go. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.